This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
I'm here with Brother John Gibson, who is a longtime friend and confidant of Sister Margaret Block, unsung freedom fighter, civil rights extraordinary activist. How you doing today, sir?
Just fine.
Yeah, I want to get your take on Sister Margaret Block. Can you tell us a little bit of insight about who she was?
Well, I think I'd probably just tell chronologically some of our working together. I met Sister Block, Margaret Block, in December of 2004 at Jackson State University. And as I understand it, which may not be complete, it was the second meeting of the group of folks who became the Veterans of the Mississippi Civil Rights Movement group. And she was there. And Diane Nash and Curtis Muhammad, Lawrence Giott, Dave Dennis, and Ed King, and probably Hollis Watkins. And I'm leaving some, but I can probably name John O'Neill, and I'm skipping Diane Nash, of course, and Connie Curry, and I'm leaving some out, but that's and I had been invited to attend that. I'm not a veteran of the Mississippi Civil Rights Movement other than attending their conferences. So I did have some modest involvement elsewhere. But anyways, but I was invited to come to that meeting to give my input about the 40th anniversary observance of the murders of James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Swerner. And as I understand it, many of the Mississippi veterans were outraged about how that observance had been made. The service that was done at the Coliseum and the service that was done at Mount Zion, I think they thought there wasn't sufficient appreciation and insight into what the movement was all about and who did the work. Now that's my summary of what I thought was going on, and I know some of them actually use phrases such as it was a desecration, and they wanted to make sure that didn't happen again, so they were having, I believe so I came to that meeting, I think it was their second meeting, and gave a report. Other people gave reports as well. And that's how I met Margaret Block. And she was very quiet, which may be surprising. Maybe she was having a quiet weekend or something. It was a deception. But we hit it off a little bit, and we were staying at the same guest house at Jackson State. And then I'm trying to think when we had our next contact. I'm sure it was working toward the 41st anniversary of the observance of those young men's lives being taken. And we were out at the Longdale Community Center, which the the son and daughter of Cornelius and Mabel Steele, who had kept that observance going all the way from 1964 up until I think it was about the late 80s. And then their son, John Steele, kept it going. And it was still going at the Mount Zion Church. But after what happened in 2004, John Steele decided, and some of us encouraged him to do it. It's like, you've got that property out there, why don't you just move the memorial service you've been associated with to that Longdale Community Center property. It's a nice park-like setting, and so he did. And Margaret was there for that, and supported that and worked on it. A number of other veterans were there, and then she continued to be involved with that over the years, and I continue to have work with her. We had her come up to Arkansas State University, I think at least twice. And one of the ways she and I worked together in some other matters, a group of us made a short documentary about the Neshoba murders cases, I call it, and some other people call it. And we thought it was a good short documentary. The intent was to later make it into theater length, which we haven't done. We've been busy doing other things. But once we got it finalized, I asked Margaret, I said, Margaret, I think this is worthy of being shared with the public. We'd like it to be theater length and tell the story even better. But it's done. And I think instead of waiting around, we need to start screening it. And I said, will you help? And I said, the way I think we ought to do it is to make an event out of it. And I said, now we don't have any money, but would you help us? Would you help us? Because I could think you could tell some of your personal stories, your knowledge of the three young men whose lives were taken, anything else you want to talk about. If you want to do some of your poetry, that's fine. If you want to help with some freedom singing, that would be wonderful. And she said, yes, she would. And we proceeded on, and we screened that documentary at the Unity Springs Church in Kemper County. That's Mr. George Roberts' church, a great freedom. In fact, that's where it premiered. It premiered the night before the memorial service started in 2006. It was very well received. And then, I'm going to shorthand this a little bit, but then we ended up ultimately screening it and doing the same type of event, and Margaret was a star at every one of the events. People loved Margaret, and so we screened it in Meridian, Little Rock, Arkansas, at the Butler Center, which is probably one of the best places you could screen something like that in the state of Arkansas. We screened it in Memphis. We screened it at a community center in Marvell, Arkansas, that was founded back in the 70s by local civil rights pioneers, and it's still going today. It's going strong. And we screened it there, and I'm probably leaving. And we screened it in Memphis too. And she came to, I think she may have missed one of the many screenings we had, and so we had wonderful work. Now, one story I wanted to tell about Margaret, I hope I tell it in the humorous way it was. After the screening in Meridian, Mississippi, I called myself trying to take the shortest route back to Memphis, or back. No, we were trying to get to Cleveland, get her. Well, I got lost, and we ended up at Louisville, and I'm trying to make up time, so I'm starting to drive faster. And I had this pretty hippie van that I drove at that time. It's dark by then, real dark, summer night, and those old lonely roads and everything. And we came to some intersection, and I didn't even slow down. I just made that curve, and I said, damn, I should have slowed down. No, I think it was the other way around. I said, I guess I should have slowed down, and she said, no, you're supposed to stop. But anyway, and she would tell that story better than I would. But I think we finally got home to got her home to Cleveland. I think it was close to daylight. Of course, daylight was like 5 o'clock in the morning then. And she took it all in stride. She was saying, I'm fine. We'll get there. She didn't get upset back. And I think right now maybe we ought to cut it off because I don't have another story in mind.
That's cool. You have things you want to say to the family. You have things you want to say to the family and Sister Margaret Block.
Oh yes, thank you for that prompting. To the family of Margaret Block, your relative, your mother, perhaps your sister. I didn't know any of her sisters and brothers, but Margaret Block was a treasure. She was a very special person, and she kept trying to fight for justice all her life. And that was part of that story I told at the service about, when we called and said, we need your help in Memphis. We need you to help us make this march and rally a success. And some of us had hopes that there'd be a bigger turnout of Mississippi vets, but it was on very short notice. So some people were a little disturbed that there weren't more of the Mississippi vets came up. But after Margaret Block helped us with that march and that rally, her poetry, her freedom singing, her civil rights stories, and Reverend Willie Blue did his part and told the story about white men stealing his toy pistol when he was a young boy, and he concluded his story by saying, don't let these people steal your museum. After what they did and what the Army did, and Marion did, and Marion Barry that is, and Ashley got up there and she did a very compelling talk and talked about that people are trying to Disneyfy. She used the term Disneyfication of the history of the civil rights movement, and that's a problem in a lot of locales. But after those people participated, nobody was disappointed that some people didn't come. It was a great march. It was a great rally. It energized people to further resist that white power corporate structure takeover, total takeover of the National Civil Rights Museum, which Judge DeArmey Bailey is the founder of. Although I'm sure some people would like to rewrite that history too.
Thank you, Brother John. The words are great to go to. We love you badly. Keep on producing and pushing, sir.
Okay.